Welcome. Welcome to the Christmas season. Yay! Hello. Yeah, Thanksgiving is over. My mom's birthday is December 1st. That officially kicks off the Christmas season. Welcome. Queen Stevie says welcome. Stevie's been quiet. There's nothing to say about Stevie, really. I know, maybe she finally went home wherever she lives.
In a bus.
In a private jet somewhere. Introducing, I have to find out who sent this. Hang on. Termites Lori and Paula took Baby Cat's picture and made a prayer candle out of it. And I think Baby Cat is a shepherd, a holy shepherd. Nice. So we're going to light that. It's so cute. I didn't know you could do all these things. It's amazeballs.
It's called Etsy.
Etsy? Is that who's doing all that? I don't really go on there very often. No. I don't think of it. I don't think of Pinterest either.
No.
Now I know. And my one sister-in-law, that's all she's into. She loves it. What are we drinking? Well, it's seasonal. I told you guys last year. Maybe you missed out on it.
So good.
Go get yourself some Evan Williams Egg Nog. It's just the best. It's very fattening. And there's a lot of alcohol in it.
Alcohol.
Yeah, but it's Christmas time. The holidays. For my Jewish friends, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jewish people like eggnog.
Yeah, Lewis will drink egg. Well, Lewis will drink anything really, but he'll say it's too sweet, but then he'll drink everything I pour. So let me just set this down here because it's giant. Okay. And then you get yourself a little nutmeg and put on top. That's right.
Nutmeg. 'Tis the season for nutmeg.
Nutmeg's hard to find after Thanksgiving. All the freaks went and bought it all. I couldn't find it. What food are we trying? We're gonna try some Haribo sweet and sour reindeer. Let's see if I can. I already opened this so I don't bother you guys with it. No, wait, that noise is terrible. I know. Oh, they're little tiny reindeers. But see, these don't look like. No, they're not. Yeah, they're really hard to.
They're sweet and sour.
Yeah. They're okay.
Yeah.
But the real bears are better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know that Grenada is the island of spice?
No.
And it's the nutmeg capital of the world.
The nutmeg capital of the world is the island of Grenada? In Spain or the one in South America?
South America, in the Caribbean Sea.
In the Caribbean Sea, darling, yes. I did not know where one would get nutmeg. I thought we identified that as like Connecticut or somewhere, remember?
Well, I said the world. Nutmeg capital of
The United States, remember? We driving through it.
Connecticut's the nutmeg state.
It's Connecticut. Yeah. Look at me getting my game show question right.
Boom!
How about some Pringles Mingles, white cheddar ranch from Termite Mike? All right, I'll try a Pringle Mingle. I like a Pringle.
Nice.
Oh, these are those little bow tie things. Oh, A+.
Nice.
Yeah.
A+.
Sharp, white, cheddar, and ranch.
Cool.
Really good.
Nice.
I've never even seen this bag, ever. I've never seen this. I wonder where he got these. Really good. A+, Mike. I'm keeping those. They'll stay right here. Now, the last thing, Lesser Evil Chocolate Candy Cane Popcorn. This is driving this crazy. Montana Termite. Caitlin. I bet those people in Montana are irritated by the show Yellowstone.
Probably.
They probably think everybody's just shooting each other and killing people every Friday.
And then everybody tries to turn it up.
Oh my God. It's good.
You like something with peppermint in it?
Well, you can't taste it.
Yeah.
You mostly taste chocolate.
Okay.
Chocolate candy cane popcorn. Wow.
Great.
I did not see this coming.
Cool.
Yeah. I wonder if it's made in Montana.
No.
It's vegan. It's gluten-free. Oh my God, my sister would die.
Everybody loves it.
My sister got gluten at Thanksgiving.
She did?
Yeah, she came out of the bathroom and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Her face was fire red but swollen. Her eyes look crossed. She's like, I think I had something. Like, there are people that, I know it's the thing, I'm allergic to gluten, but the ones that are, it is immediate and terrifying to witness. I was like, oh my God, when does this stop? I've never seen an episode. She'll complain about her stomach or whatever, but I've never seen it. Like, that's what happens if I sleep on sheets or towels with any formaldehyde in it. Instant, your eyes are swollen shut. Like, it just, hers happened so fast. I was like, God damn, what did you eat? All right. That was, those were 2 out of 3.
Nice.
Yeah. Upcoming shows this weekend.
Last weekend for you.
I know this is the last weekend of 2024. Shippensburg and Bensalem, PA. We're rounding it out.
Cool.
And then I had to look and see where Shippensburg was to see if that's where all that snow is.
Is that where it is?
No.
Are you going there?
No. No, I don't think so. I'm not really sure. January 17th, Omaha. I think that's all sold out. Cedar Falls, we could use some ticket buyers in Cedar Falls. Just saying. I don't know why you hate me.
What's the population of Cedar Falls?
You hate me. It's fine. No, it's doing good, but it could do better. What's the population? I don't know. January 23rd, that's somebody said, please come to Spokane. Well, I am. Come on, guys, keep up. Scottsdale, Arizona, January 25th. January 31st, 2 shows in Huntington, New York. I love that gig. It's so fun. Everybody that works there, they always have hockey on in the back. They have really nice TVs. They buy you all these stupid little presents that are just fun and delicious. So Huntington, that's the Paramount. February 1st, Red Bank, New Jersey. Been a while since I've been back. That's a great gig. Everybody knows it. All comics know that. February 7th and 8th, Durham, North Carolina. Come on, barbecue. And then 2025, there's a million dates. And I'm currently booking the fall too, so I don't know when all that'll be announced.
What are you doing 2 years from the
I know. And then I'll say, okay, well, I'll do Des Moines then with Kansas City, and then I can't even explain how these things get booked. It's too hard to explain to an average human being because it makes my head goddamn blow up. And then you find yourself with this schedule, and you're like, did I agree to that? And I know I did. I'm sure I did. My agent Heidi's too on it for that to be an error. That is an error on my part.
population of Cedar Falls is 40,000 people.
40,000 people? Yeah. Okay. Well, I need 2,000.
Okay.
What are you? 38 of you can stay home.
Get on it.
Did you turn out to have a nice Thanksgiving?
I did.
Did you? Mm-hmm. All right. Even though it's Canadian Thanksgiving, it's not really the same.
I get to.
Yeah.
I celebrate too.
All right, that's fine. More holidays, the better.
Thank you.
I never could believe when senators were so racist or mean or cranky or whatever the hell they were to vote against any holiday.
Right.
I'll take any holiday.
Yeah.
And if it's about someone bad, just don't tell me. Right. I'll vote for it. Right. No problem.
Change the name.
Thanksgiving. My mom's fine. Everybody always asks. She's actually doing very good. She got one sign from my dad. Yeah.
What is it? What was it?
Well, she was really pissed. It was a birthday, and she hasn't got. She says that there's this hawk that follows her and the Yorkie on their walks, and she thinks it might be my dad. I'm like, or it could be a hawk that's going to eat your goddamn dog. Right. And Mom, you're shrinking at a rate that is really high pace. It might be thinking you.
It's remarkable.
Yeah, anything under 5 foot, I think that hawk thinks it can take. But maybe it is. But she was very mad, and because it was her birthday, and she felt like she hasn't gotten aside from the hawk deal. She touched her phone or plugged it in to go to bed. I don't know, and they played their wedding song.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Who knows?
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know their wedding song. I don't even know when their anniversary is. It's sometime in May.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We're not like one of those sweet families.
No, you're not.
No.
No.
There's not a Hallmark card available that suits what I would say to my siblings. Not one. So I'm going to start my own line. I'm going to start my own line of Hallmark cards. They're just going to be called Madigan cards or some shit. Because greeting cards are expensive. I could probably make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think Foxworthy did it back in the day.
It's a good retirement.
I posted a picture of the twins. They're 16. Now they are now designated drivers. What? All the adults, we can get as shit faces we want. Yay!
Are they good drivers?
Are they good drivers? Well, I guess that would depend on your definition of good. As far as I'm concerned, if you're driving, you're a good driver, as far as I'm concerned. But, you don't want to ride with my mom in the passenger seat. No. Everything is just hysterical and sudden and, whoa! What? What? Now you got me slamming on the brakes and there's nothing. You were so close to that car. Oh, fuck I am, Mom. It's a half a mile up there. It's got hazards on because it's another old person. They've been driving with their hazards for 2 miles. Stop it. Don't park here. Go over there. Mom, no, there's no cars over here. Well, there could be. There will be when we come out. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of shit. It's just regular, normal old people things, but very much an alarmist. Yeah.
Happy holidays.
And then So this is inside track for only tournament listeners. Like, I never had a lot of my stand-up chopped up for TikTok and all this stuff. So I spent a lot of time this summer and then gave it to the guys to chop it all up to post it on TikTok. Because I was like, none of my stuff has my actual stand-up on it. That is what I kind of do for a living. I should probably do that. Yeah, I'm just making videos of here's the cat opening the advent calendar. But I mean, that's the stuff I like. Yeah. Look, here's me catching the smallest bass in the world. So I want to mix it up like that. Well, I have a special. It is now gone back to the top of the line on Netflix called Bothering Jesus, which was released in 2016. Can't do the math on that. I think that's 8 years ago. And then the other one's on Amazon a couple years ago. And I have a joke about Catholics being Christian or not. And
especially in the South.
Especially in the South, yeah. Well, at least they're more vocal about it. Well, it's the way they say it. Where I go, they go, are you Christian? And I go, well, I'm Catholic. They're like, well, we're Christian. It's just a very subtle, you're not Christian. They don't just go, well, you're not.
Right.
Well, I started a holy war on...
Still going.
And it's not even on TikTok because here's the thing. This would be interesting for non-entertainer people. If you don't own it,
rights.
like I don't own the rights right now to Bother Jesus. Netflix does for a period of time. Not everybody's deals are the same. I leased it for 10 years. It's like a car. It's their car for right now. Then it becomes my car again. Well, it won't let you post it on TikTok. That's up to the owner. Fair enough. It does let me post it on everything else. So I don't even know. Maybe I didn't want this one on TikTok. I have never seen anything. Even if I wanted to respond to the comments. And Instagram. And it's just here's the thing.
There's infighting.
Oh, there was infighting. Then the Muslims jumped in, and then a couple Jewish people threw down the hammer. They're like, "You're all wrong," and I'm like, "That's right. Let's go. Let's go old school, Old Testament. Let's go Judaism. That's better than this Christian infighting." But here's the thing about the fighting that's always amused me, and like I'm not responding to any of this shit. Like, and then people are sending Bible quotes. Would you please go watch my special? I don't even know what that means. Don't know. Don't want. Not enough time in this lifetime. The whole point was missed by so many people. They're like, well, you're technically not Christian, and here's why. I know. We needed to be saved by Jesus. Personally, I thought we covered that. Like, didn't I do that in confirmation? But all Catholics think that. But here's the thing. Most Catholics aren't serious. The serious Catholics become priests and nuns. They're the serious ones. Or you can go a level even crazier into Opus Dei Mel Gibson. That's cuckoo land. Cuckoo. It's like Orthodox Catholicism, if you could put a label on that.
Ortholicism.
Or Ortholicism. That's right. I can't say it. You got to do Opus Dei.
More nog.
But the amount, and the irony is, the Christians were the meanest.
Yep.
Right. There were a couple Muslims that were like, yeah, we're not really in this fight. This is like a family fight within a family. I'm like, right. And then there were a few nice people that were like, oh, if you're following Christ, then somebody compared us to Mormonists and Satans. I'm like, Satanists. I'm like, okay, listen. If I got to choose, I might go with the Satanists because at least they're probably drinking and smoking. And I don't think the Mormons, they won't even let me have caffeine. But the Mormons would say they're Christians because they follow Christ. They just have extra stuff, right? Yeah. So it's not their
own book.
Right. I think the Book of Mormon should be called P.S. Like, here's some stuff that came after the Bible.
This covers our ass.
Whatever. I direct all my Mormon questions to my friend Ryan Hamilton, the very funny comedian Ryan Hamilton. But yeah, it was the most psycho thing. I can't even look at the comment. Well, I did. I looked at some, and it was just what. Here's the thing that the Catholics. We're not in the fight. No. The Christians are just boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, do you understand? We don't care. It's like punching a drunk in an alley. Go ahead. Don't care. Hit me again. Don't care. Like, we do not care that you are mad that we are not, quote, Christian. This is what I was given. The whole point of the joke, too, is how ridiculous the Catholic religion is. And you've missed the point. I'm making fun of my own religion. Now, as a Libra who likes, I like to know. I like order. I like the Catholic religion because it's treated like a corporation and there's a CEO and then there's people under the CEO. And it's basically you're given a human resource guide of who to contact if you have a problem. And the joke goes on and about the saints. And, you know, you should never worship the saints more. I didn't say I worshiped them more than Jesus. I just said they're my go-to guy or my go-to lady for a specific thing, takes the work off Jesus.
Yeah.
It just, I've never seen anything
It's funny.
like it. The Mormon temple joke got 1 million views on TikTok, but nobody got mad.
Nope.
No, this one.
It's still going.
Because that's what one of my nieces or nephews was like, good idea, Aunt Kat. Start some religious holy war shit on Thanksgiving weekend. I'm like, well, it could have been worse. I could have done it on Christmas. Wait till they see the rest of my joke. Also, this joke has been available for 8 goddamn years. It's on Netflix. It's not like it was a hidden thing that, ooh, secretly, Kathleen, was it a secret that I was raised Catholic and I went to Catholic schools? No. It was the craziest shit. And I thought, this isn't even me having an opinion. This is me saying, this is what I was taught, and here's why I liked it. And, you know, whatever. We are not serious people. No. We shouldn't be taken seriously. You Christians should hear that joke. One lady's like, you poor lost soul. That's a fine reaction. She really believes it, and that's fine. And then I think, maybe I am. Maybe I should read the Bible. That's how you approach people. Do it with just, oh, I just so pity you. Yeah, that's right. You St. Louis thug people. I just was shocked at the backlash. Well, it wasn't even backlash. I love it when it's sub fighting amongst themselves. Like, I'm not even responding. No. And then it's back and forth between you can only get to heaven this way, or there's this way. And then the Muslims are like, yeah, we don't even have all that. And the Jews are like, we're not even into the afterlife. You should be a good person for right now because you're here. And I'm like, that's right. I agree with Lewis. Right. Just be a good goddamn person because you're here. Makes it better for everybody. Anyway, you can go watch the whole special. If you are irritated by that, you can go watch the entire special.
Sit down for an hour.
Wait till I'm able to put it on TikTok in 2026. It's going to be crazy.
We'll put it in the shows. What are we watching?
It's one joke.
Bothering Jesus.
Oh my God. It's one joke out of an hour and 14 minutes. Holy shit.
That's hilarious.
And then I thought, oh my God, my Instagram followers just went, "Ba-na-na-na-na-na." And I'm like, are these people going to come to my shows and hate me now? Like, you wouldn't do that, right? You wouldn't show up. You wouldn't pay money to go to a show of somebody, or maybe you pity me. That's fine. Pity, I'll take pity. Yeah. Or when people say, I'll pray for you. Well, yeah, it's great. Right. Please do.
Those people are not going to buy it.
Why not?
To save you.
Right. Come save me.
Save me. Like $32.
For $32. Sometimes $55. Sometimes if there's dynamic pricing, it could be $150. You never know. Oh, that's an update. So,
Squirrel.
well, I'm gonna do this one up. That's an update. These came in late. Yeah, I did it late. I do all these, by the way, and then I take ones that termites send, and I try to shout out because the termites are wonderful research assistants, along with my actual just regular dipshit friends. So I went and got a tree. Now the question is, flock or don't flock? As a Libra, this is a horrible decision.
You gotta explain flocking.
Well, flocking is when they take the thing and make them white, but they have added now to their repertoire of painted trees. They're real trees, but they have like a foam on them. They have pink. My sister would die.
Happy or not happy?
She would love it. She sent me a whole picture of a pink Christmas in someone's home. To me, it's not Christmas.
No, it's gotta be red. Red and green.
But the red tree, a little satanic. I don't know about that, you know. And as the Christians would tell me, I'm in the same boat as them anyway. I'm Satan all the way. How did I go from being a Catholic to a Satanist? I'm like, we didn't even get the fun in between. Like, no. Anyway. He flocked one green. It did not look real. But it did look pretty with the lights. He was right. My guy's Norm. Norm's had some health problems, so every year I show up and he's still there. I'm very happy. He pops out of his little Winnebago deal. And his kid, Chad, has bought it and is in charge of it, but Norm won't leave. He said he retired years ago. And I go, you just showing up, Norm, make sure this youngster gets his shit right. Because you know what? I can see 6 things the matter right here why is that chainsaw on the ground? That's not where we put that, is it? No, it's not. We put it up here on the blocks. I think it's like a dad who won't but he's real sweet. And he's still fine. But he was like, now the green one, I don't know, but you got to see with the lights on. And then he told this guy, Julio, to do it. And then Julio lit it up and started like packaging up. I'm like, no, I'm not buying that. No, nada for this lady. No, I just want a regular tree.
Was it pretty?
I love the flock white, but I'm also afraid with the cats. Cat people, I don't know. They
also don't last very long.
They don't last long? No, I'm just afraid that white shit would get everywhere. And I'm not anal. It looks heavy.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't want that. I feel like the cats would swat at it because it looks like a toy. Like
The feral cats that
come inside and sleep in the bed. Yeah. And have an advent calendar. They have 2. They have one that has toys in it, one that has food in it.
It's getting ridiculous.
Well, they're such snobs about their treats. They only like greenies. They will take their little fucking paws and move the non-greenies aside and only eat the greenies and leave that for me to clean up. However, the advent calendar from Trader Joe's, they love the salmon treats.
Who gave you that?
Oh, my friend Nicole. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I couldn't remember. I have one with toys. I bought the one with toys off Amazon.
Pinky Tito might have had something like that. Do you think?
Pinky Tito, no, he doesn't do any of the shopping in that household. I can tell you that. He doesn't even know. He probably can't even tell you where they bank. I think Nicole runs a tight ship, and he just shows up, cute as can be, and, you know, hey, do you have a good day at work?
Watch this.
Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Okay, so, you know, I was thinking, when did this flocking start? This is just Christmas talk or whatever.
I don't remember it as a kid.
Well, this is hilarious. I don't remember. I've never seen it as a kid. I don't think I saw it till I was like 40.
I remember when artificial trees came in and we were like, whoa.
Artificial trees. I know. My aunt Nan had one, and I was just like, boo, boo. But my dad was like Mr. Christmas. He was like, we're decorating, ladders. He used to take a fishing rod. We had a giant A-frame. And I'm like, Dad, how do you think this is before you could hire people to put up your Christmas lights. You had to risk your own life. Like you had to just to get then he'd go buy bigger ladders. And I'm like, this is getting weird. Like, I don't think this is safe. My mom refused to watch. He took a fishing pole and he hooked the lights up to the end like a lure. And he casted them up to the top of the A-frame and it fucking caught. Wow. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Amazing. But now what are we going to do? Because they're sagging. Well, then he got on the ladder and he yanked them tight. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, Jack Madigan was Mr. Christmas. He loved all of it. Our front yard looked like a mall. I mean, it looked like you just rocked up to a mall in 1992.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they had decorated. But I never saw flock trees.
No.
Even in L.A., when a tree would cost like $800 and it was like 4 foot tall. I'm like, fuck, this is not right. But anyway.
But I'll do it.
I'll do it because I'm not going to not have a tree. But so flocking, here's the thing. One of the many curious holiday traditions, one of the oldest one, has to be spraying down small trees with a mixture of adhesive and cellulose fibers to satisfy our longing for a white Christmas. That's what happened when you adorn a tree with artificial snow, otherwise known as flocking. And yet, when decorated and lit up, there's something beautiful and warmly nostalgic about a well-flocked Christmas tree, which I could see how that would happen. Here's how professionals manufacture this Christmas miracle. Flocking really caught on in the 50s and 60s. See? Really? Along with aluminum trees. Right.
Aluminum trees?
Yeah, well, even if any fake tree would be aluminum. But they also went with the actual color because it's silver.
That's bizarre.
I know.
I've never seen that.
Other glitzy, if not natural-looking decor of the post-war boom. Listen to this. This is in the 50s. General Mills marketed snowflock home kits to applied using a gun that attached to a vacuum cleaner.
Can you imagine?
That is fantastic. Like, I'm sure it has the hose part, right? Yeah. And then you're supposed to fill. But back then, we didn't have that clear part of a vacuum.
No.
Is that where you... I'm gonna order one. See if we snowflake home kit. See if we can still get one.
On eBay? Let's see.
If America could still buy this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Nuh-uh.
eBay.
eBay?
Yeah.
Oh, how much?
$60.
Bought. Buy as priced.
You owe me $60.
But will new vacuums work?
I don't know. Oh my God, here it is. The snow jet.
The snow jet.
Oh wow. Yeah, we're totally doing this. We should probably do it outside.
Well, I'm definitely doing it outside. I don't know. I have hardwood floors. I don't really care. I mean, I don't want it on the one rug I have though. No. And the cats won't like it.
You can get one at Home Depot if you want to do it yourself.
Home Depot?
Wow. Yeah.
So fucking.
Here's a used one for $16.
A used one's fine, but does it come with the snow?
Yeah, from 1960.
It's from 1960?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
This lady looks real happy. Oh my God, it's in Nashville. We'll buy it.
it's in Nashville?
Uh-huh.
All right, bought.
Yep.
So here's how it works.
That's funny.
There's well, these are the big ones though. The machine pumps the powder through a hose and a gun at the end mixes it with a mist of water.
Okay.
Now, I don't know that the one I buy is going to work like that,
Okay.
but that's how the big ones work.
This is hilarious.
There's pitfalls though. If you don't use enough water, the flocking falls off and makes a huge mess. A flock tree can't get wet a second time.
You could remove it with water if you don't like it, it says.
Well, yeah, it's going to do. If I, oh my God, this guy said, it won't dry again. It's disgusting, actually. Jesus, the tree I bought was $350. It's 10 feet tall. I don't want to waste $350.
No.
I'm going to go get a tiny tree.
Okay.
Yeah, just like a bullshit one.
Maybe we'll do a wreath.
Or I'll just cut one down. There's one up on the way out of the...
You're going to cut one of your trees in your yard.
Well, it's a tiny thing. It never gets any bigger. There's something wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it could die.
All right. Well,
So that's the flocking thing. If you've been wondering, if you're tree shopping, it's a little bizarre.
fun.
Queen and King news.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg, King Snoop,
Yep.
turned up at Jelly Roll's last concert.
That looked awesome.
And he performed, which was great, because you never see Snoop sing anymore. It's all
He did on the Olympics, remember?
barely.
You don't watch enough Voice.
I don't watch it. Does he sing on The Voice?
Yeah, he helps. Reba hates it.
Queen Stevie, quiet. Chapel, quiet. Cher, she's still out there rambling on about her book. Tommy,
I think he's doing a great job.
I know you do. I disagree. And I think their $375 million experiment's gone wrong. And now that he's part owner of the Raiders, I don't think it can continue.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I love him. But you just go be the owner of the Raiders. Why do you want to do this anyway? Why do you want to get it's a job.
Erin Andrews is awesome. She can do it.
I know Greg Gumbel, the sports guy, and I hear, over the years, I know what those guys have to do. It's not like, it's a big fucking job. Like you have to get in on Thursday, boom, interviews Friday, boom, interviews Saturday, whatever the case. All those pre-tapes, they have to memorize all this stuff. Like, if you're Tom, I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
But I'm not. And Tay-Tay, Vancouver, last shows. Oh, they did the whole runway to welcome Tay-Tay
So great.
to Vancouver. Then they hid friendship bracelets all around the city.
The RCMP did.
Yeah, the RMCP, and they were like valuable ones. They were super. That's fun. I'd participate in that. Dolly, quiet for a week, but you know that she's just designing another spaghetti pot or some bullshit. Yeah, there's gonna be maybe cookies. Maybe she already has a cookie one. You got to think Christmas ornament making. Yeah, let's do that.
At the Hobby Lobby.
Right, going to the Hobby Lobby, even though they don't treat their employees very nice. Not at all. Not one licking bit. Not at all. All right, what are we watching? Well, Yellowstone. I mean, could it get...
It's awful.
I know, it's awful, but I love it.
I love it.
But also way too many commercials. Way ridiculous. Like, the show's only, like, probably 20 minutes long. It's so... And ever somebody dies every week. Come on, this doesn't happen in Montana. There's not a murder every Friday at 2 o'clock.
It's
Right. It's ridiculous. But I love it. So, and I'm all in. And there's only 2 more episodes. We're gonna wrap that whole thing up into Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. I don't know that I've ever seen a better show.
It's awesome.
He's so great. It's just great. For a fallback show, I'm going to call this your fallback.
Okay.
If you want to get into it, Pinky Tito told me about Lioness. And
Was it good?
it's very good. I do find parts of it to be, it's also a Taylor Sheridan thing. And then I realized Taylor Sheridan is actually in all of these things. He's that guy, the one guy.
He's an actor?
Yes, he's like a 50-something, super bulked up.
I gotta Google him.
You'll recognize him. Taylor clearly was lacking a sense of community as a child. And he wants to either be a cowboy in a bunkhouse or a CIA guy with a gang in a bunkhouse. He loves being in some sort of camp bunkhouse.
Wow.
Yellowstone, the cowboy camp.
Who puts himself in it?
I would put myself in it if I wrote it. Absolutely.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, but I only have a tiny part. I wouldn't be like a thing. No, they sent me something the other day and it said, do you want to...
Lead something.
Yeah, and there was some comedian in it that I know. Now I can't think of who. Matt Rife, but that blonde-haired kid who has a brother, he's not a child. He's probably 48 years old or some shit. Oh, the Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson. And then he has a brother.
Blonde head kid? Jesus. He's like...
Yeah, he's like 50. I know, but I just think of him. But, I mean, the part, they were like a lead thing. It was like 18 pages. I'm like... Please tell these people I'm flattered that you think I can pass to be in my 30s. I don't know if you don't watch my videos. But also, no, I'm not a lead. That's insulting to people that can really do that. That went to school for that. Yeah, I'm a side bartender lady that just does something funny every now and then.
Nice.
So I just always send that back. This is a hard no, but it doesn't mean no for everything. It just means I know when I'm not qualified to do something. Let's not waste everyone's time.
How about a Hallmark movie?
I would love to be in a Hallmark movie. And speaking of that, Hallmark. I watched it. Full, admit it, 2 hours of the worst movie I've ever seen. Even that one about the sharks taking over the Champs-Élysées in Paris was less ridiculous.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, it was good.
Ridiculous. That
It was
so
you get
dumb.
to see Paris, a lot of B-roll. There were positives about that. This Hallmark movie about the Kansas City Chiefs and the whole thing, it's supposed to be Tay-Tay, but it really didn't come off as that. Holiday touchdown. There was no, anytime there's no conflict, your story's going to fall flat. There's no conflict. Donna Kelsey did a wonderful little job for what she had to do. Her part was totally appropriate. The actors weren't bad.
She owned the barbecue place.
She owned the barbecue place, and they called it Mama Norm's or some shit. I don't know what it. I think it's supposed to be Arthur Bryant's in St. Louis, but in Kansas City, but also, it's supposed to be Joe's. Yeah, because if it was Arthur Bryant's, there would have been more black people there and working there and eating there, and they forgot to do that for this Hallmark movie. Very white Christmas. I mean, white. Not even an Asian, just to spice it up. Nothing. Just white people everywhere. Anyway, I'll probably get hate mail for saying that, but it's the truth. Yeah, don't blame me. Blame Hallmark. Call Kansas City. Yell at them. The actors were fine.
They lived in Independence, though.
Well, Independence, Missouri, which a lot of people don't know, has a shit ton of meth, and they didn't include that in this Hallmark movie. Independence, Missouri, let's start another religious war. That's where the original Mormons, I'm not saying real ones, Joseph Smith, left, and then they kicked him out of Kansas City. We ran him out of Missouri, and the choice is you're either going to go with Brigham Young to Utah, or you staying with Joseph Smith Jr. in Missouri.
Number 2.
They split off.
Oh.
So my Mormon friends are the Utah version. There is a Missouri sect, and they believe that Jesus is coming back.
Are they polygamous?
No, they're not polygamous.
Okay.
No. They just believe that when Christ comes back, he's coming to Independence, Missouri.
Where Mama Kelsey's barbecue is.
I hope he's a Chiefs fan. I hope he enjoys a little meth action on the local news. It's fine. It's a suburb. I mean, every suburb's got meth. I'm not dogging Independence. I'm just saying that is where the Mormons, those Mormons. So don't hate me. I'm just telling you facts, people. Google it if you want to Google it. Joseph Smith Jr., Missouri. Meth. Here's your tag words. Ready? Hashtag. Hashtag crime. Hashtag. Anyway, it was disappointing because I was really hoping it'd be a good one, and it was just terrible. Yep. Save yourself. Or record it so you can fast forward. I had to sit through every Hallmark commercial that's ever been made.
You recorded it, though, and you still did that.
I forgot I recorded it, and I'm sitting there going, God damn these commercials. This is ridiculous. How much bullshit? Okay, I'll buy your ornament. Just say buy the ornament, and I'll do it. And then stop this. Stop the torture. God, I'm very disappointed in myself for doing that.
That's great.
But I did. I fell for it. And that's really, I haven't had a chance to watch any other Christmas movies. If I see any that are good, I will let you know. Update!
I got some good ones for you.
You got good ones?
Huh?
I'll get on it this week before I go to Shippensburg. Maybe I'll watch them in Shippensburg. No. Thursday Night Football on. And my fantasy league, can we just talk about, just for a minute?
Everybody wants to know about your fantasy.
My fantasy league, the one I'm in first place, just dominating. The other one, I fell into the basement, but guess who fell further? Lewis.
No way.
Lewis is like in an underground bunker. He's not even in a basement. He's in the fruit cellar, the mud cellar. He's like below the house basement. There was just so many, watching Aaron Rodgers lose again and the Jets sticking with that choice. You know what? Maybe you got to stick with it, but also let's just move on. Who else is on the sideline, please? Is anybody in New York? Can you just show up in a uniform and play? Fuck Aaron Rodgers. He's the most narcissistic. And then he threw his whole team under the bus.
I saw that.
Well, you know, sometimes it's me, but there's 11 guys out there. That's what he said. Like, dude, how about you're 41 and you suck?
Right.
How about you forgot to go to minicamp? You just didn't want to do it because you were in Italy. Well, you know, that's not going to earn the respect of the youngsters, especially the ones who were going to probably use that period in June to get your autograph and your picture made.
I had your locker poster.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when I was like 9, you were so awesome. I had Packer sheets. It was great.
Do you like the color green?
Yeah. The Kansas City game ended in a very peculiar way. And then everybody's going to say the refs are cheating for the Chiefs. But like I said to my brother, but why? They already won their division. But I didn't understand because they had a better record. They do get a bye. So
Bills fans are a little.
Bills fans, they're irritated.
Yeah, because they would have been had.
Oh, they would have been even, yeah. And the Bills are really, really
And
good.
The Bills beat the Chiefs, so they
And
would have got it.
Detroit's really, really good.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in Baltimore. I said it.
You're kidding.
I don't. I think Lamar's great. I get it. He's my quarterback. He scores me 35, 40 points every fantasy week. Just a wonderful choice. But as far as like when they start a play, I feel like Lamar instantly acts like it's a broken play. And he just starts running for the. So if you're a receiver and your pattern didn't work, you can't just stop because he's still running around back there. You just have to go get open somewhere.
Right.
The play is never over, which is a good thing.
Give it to Derek.
But it's also a little sloppy and mismanaged. And I love Derrick Henry. I hope for his sake they keep going. But I don't know. I think the Bills,
I think it's going to be Bills and the Lions.
Lions and Bills.
NFC, AFC.
I'm still not convinced you can beat Patrick Mahomes, though.
Well, you're a Chiefs fan.
Well, I'm a Chiefs fan, but I'm a bandwagon person. I was a St. Louis Rams fan. I went to the Chiefs by default. I'm not like those people in the movie.
Right.
Melissa Etheridge, she's always on the Good Morning Football because she's from Kansas. They have to. What are you going to do?
It's not bandwagon, though. Bandwagon is you started when they started winning.
They were not winning when I started.
Right.
So it's not a 100% bandwagon, but it was a team by default because St. Louis people view St. Louis as this, and Kansas City people, they don't even like going to St. Louis. Like, they don't do it.
I've noticed that.
We go to Kansas City and we're like, isn't this adorable? Isn't this cute? It's like a little farm Hallmark place, but it's
actually
gotten
is a
bigger
Hallmark town.
and now it's getting better and it's getting more stuff than St. Louis.
I love Kansas
And it makes me sad for St. Louis, but happy for Kansas City. They're getting all kinds of shit. Anyway, that's too much local bullshit. But anyway, the football's getting good. Update! This is so okay. Meghan and Harry.
Oh, no.
I'm obsessed with it because my parents said this is what's going to happen to these two. And it's exactly what's happening. So
Okay.
just when you think your parents don't know what the hell's going on, yeah, they have a lot of knowledge about life when it comes to things like this. He said he's going to end up like his my dad was like, what is wrong with him? Does he not have a television? Go rent a movie about your uncle. He did the same bullshit. And then I said, you know, what happened to them? Willis Simpson, Wallace Simpson, and George the Fifth or whatever.
85th.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They just
I like
they
Willis.
became losers and ran around the world and grifted. Yeah, they were already weird, but they just grifted off other rich people their entire life. And then she died alone in some French chateau that was not theirs, or it was gifted, or so it's the same.
She was a great.
Your only calling card is that you're royal, and you quit. And Meghan, if you want to be an actor again, okay, is Suits,
Porn.
it's for the children. It's like soft porn for the children. But whatever.
Your friend Amy's in it.
Amy Aquino's in Suits?
Yeah.
Shut up. As what?
I don't know. I'll look.
What? My friend Amy Aquino's in the movie Juror Number 2, the Clint Eastwood movie. She plays a judge.
Yeah. 2011.
2011. What was her role?
I don't know. It's on IMDb.
Oh, I'll have to ask her about that.
Yeah.
She's a busy little,
What are you setting her for Christmas?
busy little termite. I didn't know she was doing all those things. I only hear about the Anyway,
She played Elaine in Suits.
she played Elaine. Yeah, but they're all 20-somethings. Amy's not at all. What did she? I wonder what she played. What was her? Was she the boss of the whole place or something? The CEO of the fake law firm?
She was a judge.
A judge. Amy has made a whole career out of judging. I love it. She was on all those like Providence, those shows.
She's an honors graduate in biology from Harvard.
She's an honors biology. She has a biology major from Harvard. I never can believe that. I'm like, first of all, I thought, being from the Midwest, I thought Harvard was closed.
By the way, her
I thought it closed after like Love Story. I didn't know it was still open.
credit in Suits is just judge.
Judge?
It's not a name.
It's not. She didn't get a name?
Nope.
Just Judge?
Judge.
All right. Go watch Bosch. Amy Aquino, she's in Bosch a lot.
Yeah.
And all of her roles suit her. Amy's very direct. That'd be a really good word. And usually right.
She's usually right.
Usually right. And she usually is.
Yep.
You might try to argue it.
You'll lose.
One time I argued about why a lithium battery, and I should have never done this. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just heard something.
Were you drinking?
Nah, probably, but not a lot. Not a lot. I mean, I'm at their house. I'm usually drinking if I'm at their house. And then Drew's like, this is not a fight you want to get into, Maddie. And I said, well, I heard those lithium batteries in the electric cars, this is years ago, are just as bad for the earth as if you just had a regular Yukon, a GMC Yukon. She came back with files. Out of the bedroom, she had files of what this is gas, is diesel, all this. I go, Amy, whoa, I just believe you. You don't have to go to your safe. God dang, it's fine.
That's great.
Fine, what do you tell me what to do? You want me to buy an electric car? I will. You don't? I won't. I don't even care what I drive. I have a 2007 Mercury Mariner.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Harry and Meghan.
Sorry.
Sorry. But now everybody can go look up my friend Amy Aquino.
I'll put it in the show notes.
She was famous for her Girl Scout cookie episode on Everybody Loves Raymond. That people actually recognize her from that. And they're like, were you the cookie lady? And I'm like, I sadly can't say that I saw it. I did not. I should go back and watch it.
Go watch
I think she was like a militant cookie lady. I think.
Yeah. She was
Anyway.
ahead of a Girl Scout troop.
The Girl Scout troop on the cookie drive, and she was like the militant one, and Ray Romano didn't know what he's doing. Right. So Meghan Markle has had to ask the U.S. Patent Office for more time to correct the American Riviera Orchard trademark application. Now, there's rumors she's going to fire the lawyer. You should.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm on board with Meghan on that. That lawyer should have known. First of all, you didn't even Google the goddamn name. Google it.
Right.
Anybody can do that for free. You don't have to be a lawyer. Google it. You would have seen the problems. So now they have 3 months. So she has no, they want an extension. And if you don't complete this one correctly on this time frame, you have to start over completely. But she needs to. This name isn't going to get approved. No. So should you fire the people? Yes. So this is the company. She's going to try to be like Gwyneth Paltrow. Or, does Oprah? Yeah. I can't believe the Oprah magazine's still in the airport. I'm like, really?
It is?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
It was her favorite thing issue last week when I flew. This is a further update. After an exhaustive search, much like Dick Cheney did for the vice presidential position, Meghan Markle has appointed herself the CEO.
Shocking.
This either means that the word has gotten out in LA, you don't want to go work for these two.
An asshole.
Not to, well, asshole or not, you're going to have to trek up to Montecito every now and again, and it's going to be a pain in your ass. She's named herself the CEO of her new lifestyle brand, American Rivera Orchard, after struggling to find a suitable candidate. I'm thinking maybe nobody applied.
Probably.
But there's always some bottom feeders that'll go for any job in LA. But eventually you run out of those.
Specifically.
It depends on the money. I mean, there's always going to be a devil in the tall grass to take the money.
A devil in the tall grass. Okay.
And I just made that up, but they're hiding. They're in the tall grass.
I feel that.
They're not in the short grass, so you'd see them.
Whatever.
She intends to launch the brand, and it's like puppy snacks, jelly. What the fuck? I mean, are people really still? It's true. It's true. It's puppy snacks and jelly. And there's only 50 of these jellies, and you get a number on yours. I'm 42. How exciting! I mean, what is the matter with people? You've got all the money right now.
People are not creative.
They're not creative.
No.
We don't do, or if you're going to do jelly, do it all.
Do jelly roll.
Be Jelly Roll. Be that man. By the way, he's lost 100 pounds. I'm very happy for him.
Good man.
Yeah. She's the CEO. Well, are you going to fire the lawyer then? If you're the CEO, you can.
Badge with that?
I don't know. It's going to focus on home, garden, food, lifestyle wares, and there's no official. See, like Martha Stewart, whether you enjoy Martha Stewart or not, once you watch the whole biography of her, she really did that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just jump in. It'd be like me saying right now, I'm going to have a lifestyle brand, and I'm going to do, the things I would like might be real, but like jam, and that's not my world, you know.
No.
Now I know cat treats now, but it became my world. I'm just saying, this is just a thing to become a thing.
Yes.
It's like getting a designer dog. Right. You did it because on purpose like that.
Yes.
Not that there's some not really nice designer dogs.
No,
out
they're
there.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Totally.
So she's supposed to have a show on Netflix. His premieres. Oh my God! What's today? December 3rd.
It's Giving Tuesday. I don't know.
Giving Tuesday.
Yes, December 3rd.
December 3rd. The 10th in 1 week. Harry's show Polo.
Oh, no.
If they don't go and just pull that off the air, they're just, you are asking to get punched in the face repeatedly, and then it will keep going and going and going.
Deserve it.
It's got just rich people being jackasses, talking about problems that nobody gives a shit about, not to mention questionable animal abuse. You know, I'm not going to get in that fight, but I don't think it's,
Jan Arden.
well, I wouldn't do it.
Your friend Jan Arden can.
Yeah, I'll let my friend Jan Arden. She's trying to get Canada to stop sending horses to China. And she actually came up with a good slogan called "It's horse shit." Made me laugh. Jan's very funny too, though. That's her thing.
Get that T-shirt. It'd be great.
So here we go. You know, they have a horrible staff history. Everyone quits. And what does that tell you? I mean, I'm just saying, this is not going to work. My prediction from Aunt Cat's predictions, they will get divorced. He will live in New York. Then he's close to England. Those kids will be, we've never even seen a picture of the kids. I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
How old are they now? 28?
That would make her.
That picture's going to be so valuable. Every year we hold out, it gains more value.
It's going to be fun.
Update! That's enough beating up on them. I did it.
There's never enough.
Pickleball revolution. This is pickleball. It's dominating.
This is wonderful.
Theaters in the USA to invest $2.2 billion for attracting moviegoers through pickleball games. Yes.
Are you playing pickleball and watching a movie?
I can't play pickleball. It was snowing. I don't have an indoor place just yet. Oh, you mean at these places, are you? No, they're going to take movie theaters like an AMC movie theater, expand all around the area to make it like an entertainment complex. Here, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. 8 largest theater chains in the U.S. and Canada, U2, are preparing to send $2.2 billion to attract more audiences.
Billion?
They're going to add zip line facilities.
Stop it.
Billions. It's a whole entertainment complex. I know. I don't think it's a good idea.
No.
I think you should take each one of your theaters and make them IMAXs, and then I would go.
Yeah.
Once I've been to an IMAX, going to the regular movie just seems stupid.
Do you zip line over the pickleball?
Maybe you zip line over the IMAX. I don't know. It's a revolutionary new idea to help make profits go crazy.
That's funny.
The existing facilities will be beefed up, and the movie theaters will be renovated with new and more comfortable seats, better quality projection technology, sound systems, as well as better food and snacks. The movie theaters plan to invest in providing audiences with more entertainment options like bowling and arcades, pickleball courts, and even zipline. Michael O'Leary, CEO of the Movie Theaters Association, told Variety the pickleball courts and zipline will hopefully attract younger audiences while give them multiple options to explore.
Okay.
Yeah. So it includes AMC, Regal, Cinemark, Cineplex, B&B, Harkins, Santikos. That might be Canadian.
So all of them. Basically.
1,600 theater locations.
Wow.
We'll see.
Pretty cool.
I mean, it's nice they're not giving up on them,
Yeah.
but I still say make them all on IMAX, and you got me. But they may not care about old people. They care about young people.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think the children care about bowling. Every bowling alley by my house is closing.
But as of last week, the young children care about pickleball.
They do care about pickleball now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saving this one for next week. Excuse me. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit. That's all my updates. Holy shit, they found it. Thank you. They may. This is one of the greatest mysteries of all time. The lost colony of Roanoke.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
It might be solved. I think they died.
Okay.
I think a disease hit them and they died. So I'll read through this, but it won't bore you. I promise. When it gets boring, I'll skip paragraphs. That's what I've done my whole life.
One of the
Oh, it's a termite. Yeah, a termite sent this. It's from Nancy.
Termite Nancy?
Termite Nancy.
Cool.
I'm obsessed with Roanoke
I know.
because it's very, very, very strange. It's not strange, though, if it was just a weird, tuberculosis ran through the whole colony or something. I don't, any kind of scurvy. What are old-timey diseases?
Throwback diseases.
Scurvy was usually on a ship, I think, because you didn't have oranges or something like that. My doctor friend Nancy will know. How do you get scurvy if you run out of oranges?
Yeah. What if you run out of oranges? Huh?
I think it's a lack of vitamin C.
Scurvy.
But would my orange Haribo bears count? Probably not. Okay.
No.
All it took was some shards of ceramic to crack one of America's enduring myths. In 2007, archaeologist Nicholas Luc-ky of the James River Institute for Archaeology was called in to assess part of the 1,000-acre Bowel Gras plantation along the Salmon Creek in a coastal North Carolina community, which was slated for development. Over the course of the thing, this was once occupied by the Algonquin Indians, an indigenous small group. Here's what they found. They discovered ceramic pieces that were borderware, a specific type of English pottery that had been, according to Luc-ky, limited to the earliest settlement sites in Virginia, potentially dating back to the 16th century. I think my first reaction was, are you sure? Are you sure it's a borderware from down there? In fact, it was. Had his team stumbled upon some heretofore unknown English settlement? Could the borderware have actually come from the lost colony of Roanoke, which was no more than 100 miles or so away? It's possible that the residents actually come from the lost colony of Roanoke, which was no more... Oh, I just read that part. It reprinted it. It was possible the residents of that doomed colony could have owned borderware, and theories persisted that members of the lost colony could have migrated inland in search of food.
Okay.
But why'd they run out of food if they lived long? If they were there for quite a bit, not a long time, but
I don't know. That makes no sense.
I don't know. And the Indians were teaching them.
Right.
Yet the maps that survived from the lost colony didn't include Salmon Creek, which seemed that scenario to be unlikely. Those maps, it turned out, might have been holding a secret all along, one that could explain not only how the borderware ended up in the fields of the Bowel Gras plantation, but also what happened to the lost colony, one of America's greatest mysteries. It vanished 450 years ago. It was England's second attempt to establish a colony in the part of North Carolina now known as Fort Raleigh National Historic Site on Roanoke Island. The man the site is named for is Sir Walter Raleigh. Whoa, an English explorer, even though he never set foot on the land. A favorite in the court of Queen Elizabeth, Raleigh was given a charter by the Queen in 1584, which gave him 7 years to establish a colony in the New World on the condition that 1/5 of any gold or silver mine that would be given to England. They had 600 guys. This was a great show. I don't remember what it was. Jamestown, I think it was called. So it's not about Roanoke, but same thing.
We'll find it and put it in the show.
It was great. I think it was on AMC.
Yeah, there was a PBS finding.
I'm going to go past all the boring stuff, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of them went back to England, the 600, and then they tried to stay, the colonists, and then they just disappeared. And then they said, oh, they blended in with the indigenous people.
I don't know about that.
Well, did we see any newborn indigenous people that looked half English, half indigenous? I think you would have noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't blend in when you're two.
You don't blend in.
Colors
Well,
and
right.
religions and
Hey, you have
cultures.
crazy,
and-
right.
Yeah.
You have green eyes and freckles. How strange. Right.
What tribe are you from?
See, in the 60s, it was taken for granted that the English who survived were absorbed by the indigenous tribes. Nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, now that they've got this map, and they're saying it's very possible they could have walked 100 miles looking for food. But I also don't know, can you walk 100 miles if you're that hungry?
Depends. This is where we have survival of the fittest.
This map's going to help. It's possible. That's all I'm saying. It's possible. Here's another one. This is crazy. This is crazy because this was one of my biggest childhood mysteries. But for you children, in the 70s, a dude who looks so cool. I mean, the drawings of him. He had on a suit and a tie, and he was very dapper, and he had on awesome sunglasses.
Yeah.
And he hijacked a plane with passengers and flight attendants. And then I'm going to read you the story. And it's always been a mystery of who was D.B. Cooper. That's what they named him. Never found the guy. In my lifetime, he got away with it. Okay? Which I also thought, I know $200,000 back then was $1 million, but is that enough to do that? I think there'd be easier ways to get $1 million bucks. I'd rather rob an art museum or something less dangerous.
We've talked about it on
All
the
right.
podcast, but you gotta give it
And one of the biggest mysteries in U.S. criminal history, just what happened to D.B. Cooper, the man who hijacked an airplane before leaping out in midair with $200,000 in cash. Now, more than 50 years later, the infamous crime may have been solved after a pair of siblings came forward to claim that they found the parachute used in the hijacking in their mother's shed and that Cooper was their father. They're only doing this now because the mother has passed away. So, because they thought she was kind of in on it. So, can't have mama going to jail. No. Shantae and Rick McCoy III said their father, Richard McCoy Jr., was the man who identified himself as Dan Cooper when he boarded. Okay, here's where you know you're old. I actually remember Northwest Orient airliner. That's what he got on, a Northwest Orient.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Nope. Well, it became Northwest. They just dropped Orient.
I'm not going to ask why. I know why.
Well, right. That's why if you fly to Detroit,
Yep.
you will hear all announcements also in Chinese, which is very weird in Detroit. When you've got the Detroit Hardy accent and then it's I'm like, whoa, but I never understood that Northwest was the first one that had nonstop routes to Asia, and they were super proud of that. Made a lot of shit ton of money off of it. Anyway, he got... All right, you don't need to do your Chinese impression. We're going to get hate mail for that.
They're all Lions fans, and we know why now.
He boarded a Northwest Orient Airlines jetliner, who still says that, from Portland to Seattle, November 1971. Cooper, or perhaps McCoy, proceeded to order a bourbon and soda before handing a note to the flight attendant that said he had a bomb in his briefcase. I love that he drank, too. And he smoked. And you could smoke on the plane.
While he was doing it.
Yep, there's an ashtray right here in your arm deal. Right here, there's an ashtray.
We're good.
Miss, I have a bomb, and I would like you to sit by me, the note said. When the plane arrived in Seattle, Cooper collected $200,000 in ransom, money along with 4 parachutes, and he released all the passengers. This is why I always kind of respected to him. He never hurt anybody.
No.
He just wanted the money.
Yep.
I'm sure he scared the shit out of some people, but they had a story for life. Now you're the hit of Thanksgiving. I was on the plane that got hijacked. He then ordered the flight crew to head for Mexico City via Reno, Nevada. But after 30 minutes of taking off, Cooper jumped out of the airplane somewhere over southwest Washington. The hijack baffled the FBI, who spent 45 years investigating before officially closing the case in 2016. We talked about that on this podcast, that they were closed. It's also caught the attention of amateur sleuths, particularly after the $5,800 of the ransom money was found near Vancouver, Washington in 1980. They found the cash in the woods, some of it.
Yep.
In November, Dan Greider, a retired pilot who spent 20 years investigating the case, told the Cowboy State Daily that the FBI was reinvestigating the Cooper case after the discovery of the parachute in McCoy's mother's shed. The rig is literally 1 in a billion, Greider said of the parachute. Wow. But he said FBI agents had visited the property of McCoy's mother, Karen, who died in 2020 last year. Agents searched over every nook and cranny. Greider, the guy who's doing his own investigating, released 2 videos on his YouTube channel called Probable Cause, documenting McCoy's claims. In his latest video, he claims the FBI effectively reopened the case after contacting him in late 2023. The FBI now has a parachute, and they're searching for a positive DNA connection between McCoy's DNA and Cooper's DNA on board the aircraft. Okay. The FBI has not responded. This McCoy guy, he was a former military helicopter pilot who served in Vietnam. He was among the suspects investigated by the FBI after he already did this. He hijacked a plane on April 7th, 1972, leaping out of the aircraft with $500,000 in cash over Provo, Utah.
What?
Yeah. He was arrested 2 days later and sentenced to 45 years in prison, but he escaped in 1974 after 3 months on the run. Wow. He was killed by an FBI agent. Perhaps McCoy did, hiding the secret of the DB with him. What do you mean he was killed?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
McCoy. They're saying he was arrested and sentenced for it, but he escaped. After 3 months on the run, he was killed by an... Perhaps McCoy died hiding the secret. Oh, so he did it. He did the first one, then hid the parachute, did the second one, and then died, but the mother was still alive. I get it.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
Yep.
Okay. Whew, that took me a minute. I can't do podcasts before 11 a.m. Yeah.
Well, you got eggnog.
Well, yeah, but I haven't even really gotten into that. So I think we're going to find out if it was him. Let's go through the shed a little bit more, too.
Yeah.
And what did Dad... So Dad died because he tried to get he jumped with $500,000. I'd say if the guy did it twice, it's him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Do you drive a Nissan? Termites?
I do not.
Me neither. But I've rented the Infinity many times and I love it. My sister says it's the cool mom pickup car meaning in the pickup line at grade school.
Oh.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
The cool moms have the Nissan Infinity.
Okay.
Now, it is a little wide. It's like driving a giant family room. But I do love it.
Yeah, it's like...
The seats are super duper comfortable. I can't really park it that good. It's too fat. But as far as a comfortable ride for a couple hours, I like renting them.
Okay.
Like, if that's my choice, I'd rather have a GMC, but I'll take a Nissan, no problem.
Okay.
Well, the whole car manufacturing giant Nissan could be on the brinks of collapse within 12 months. 12 months. The Japanese auto firm, which employs 7,000 people in the UK and 17,000 in the US, has embarked on a huge cost-cutting program after suffering heavy losses, which is weird to me because these Infinities are everywhere.
Well, so are Nissans.
But what else? Sentras? I don't even know what else they make.
If it's Infinity's the upscale.
Yeah, so Infinity is the fancy one.
Nissan Armada.
Oh, the Armada.
Yeah.
That's fine. I like that car too.
Yeah.
Is nobody buying them?
Infinity is a plus version of...
Oh, Infinity's the upgrade.
Yeah.
They're going to have to axe 9,000 jobs and 20% of its global manufacturing capacity as it scrambles to reduce costs by $2 billion in the current fiscal year amid a sales slump in China and the U.S.
Wow.
Well, Chief Executive Makoto Yoshida. Yeah, Yoshida. I did that one right. Makoto no Yoshida. I think I do better with sometimes the Asian words because they actually sound the way they're spelled. Is taking a 50% pay cut. And it's now better reported that the chief financial officer, Stephen Ma, is stepping down. But insiders fear it may not be enough as Nissan struggles to stay competitive with rivals who have pushed ahead more successfully with popular hybrid cars. I don't know. If you want your Nissans to stay, go get one. Go upgrade. Go get a new one.
Upgrade.
If you want to. This took balls. Give this girl credit.
We're moving on.
Yeah. Well, that's just a warning for Nissan fans.
Yeah.
I've never owned one, but I do like
everything.
renting them. Yeah. Maybe if they go out of business, they'll sell the whole fleet to rental cars, and then everybody can rent them. And then you'll be sorry you didn't buy one.
You'll be at the Payless lot.
Grand chess master.
Oh.
It's a woman, young woman, refuses to play in Saudi Arabia and will lose 2 world titles. Now, here's the thing. I don't stand for much.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't really. I don't. Wouldn't. I've never been to a protest. I don't have a sign. Nothing gets me that riled up.
Stop it.
This does, though. I agree with this girl.
All right.
A chess player has been ranked as high as number 2, made a bold stance by choosing not to compete in a significant event due to where it was being held. She's a grand chess master. Yeah, she looks, I don't know, 30s, I'm guessing. Anna Muzichuk refused to compete in Saudi Arabia back in 2017.
Okay.
But she's also she's refusing to play now.
Okay.
Because she gave a very honest answer. In a few days, she's 31. Look at me guessing right.
Nice.
She's not going back to the Middle East. In a few days, I'll lose 2 world titles back to back. I refuse to play because I decided not to go to Saudi Arabia. I refuse to play by special rules to wear abaya. Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Abaya?
A-B-A-Y-A. Abaya.
Abaya, maybe. I thought they were all burkas, but I don't know.
Oh, that's not a burqa. I know that. The burqa is the whole deal. I learned that in Afghanistan. And they're very, very, very heavy.
Sorry, I've never been to Afghanistan.
Well, I wouldn't know why anybody would be there. I was just telling jokes to troops. But the burqas are very, very heavy.
Yep, abaya.
Okay.
Yep.
She refused to wear that. She refused to be accompanied by a man so I can leave the hotel. I don't want to feel like a second-class person. I'll follow my principles and not compete in the World Fast Chest and Blitz Championship, where in 5 days I could have won more money than dozens of other tournaments combined. This is all very nasty, but sad. No one seems to care. Bitter feelings can't go back. This is my thing. This is why it's my only thing. And I still might have went, well, how much can I win? Who all's playing? Fuck, I could kick their ass and make $2 million. What do I got to wear? Who's supposed to take me out? Like, I could have fallen for it. I am not saying that I know that I would have the resolve. But if you treated any other group of people on Earth like this, it would be considered, let's say you did it to all black people or all Irish people or all whatever.
Yeah. A group of...
Oh, my God, there would be protests all over the world. Mm-hmm. But the Saudi Arabians just go, well, it's our religion.
Right. And then everybody goes, okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I can't leave the house without a man. I mean, you talk about get my Irish up. Like, I got to call Patrick and see if he's available.
To take me over there.
Oh, maybe my brother Joe, are you off work? I need to go to break time and get a lottery ticket. Can you hurry up? I need a 6-pack. I'm so thirsty. So good for this youngster.
That's great.
That's bullshit. It is bullshit. There was some reason I was supposed to. There was something. Oh, do you want to perform in Dubai? No.
No.
Not until I'm equal. You want to hear my jokes? Well, you're just going to have to come to Cedar Falls. And you know what? Your little thing, somebody will win their money. And she's ranked number 2. Somebody's going to win their money. But your tournament won't mean as much because the number 2 player is not there. So it's a win with an asterisk. Like, okay, I got second, but...
Yeah. But you kind of rigged the system.
Good for her.
Yeah. I like it.
This is hilarious. There's a gas station called Luc-ky's in Mexico that looks awfully similar to Buc-ee's.
Stop it.
They've totally grifted it. And instead of the beaver, they have a raccoon.
Stop.
Yo, and it's a circle. It's the same. There's something special about stopping at Buc-ee's during a road trip. The iconic beaver logo is shining light to travelers near and far. So it's no surprise that a copycat starts popping up to gain some of that mojo. The newest challenger to Buc-ee's brand isn't in the United States, but south of the border in Mexico. A new convenience store called Luc-ky's has popped up over 500 miles south of San Antonio in Estian Manuel, something Mexico. Before the store appears to have the same font as Buc-ee's and with a woodland critter looking off into the distance. However, Buc-ee the beaver has been replaced by Luc-ky the raccoon.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It's so funny, though. You took so much effort. Photos show a large green facility with a massive Luc-ky's logo, but they didn't spell it Lucceee. They did spell it Luc-ky.
Didn't completely rip it.
They should have. If you're gonna do it, and just troll them. Hey, we're in Mexico, man. I've never seen your stupid Buc-ee's. I live in Mexico.
Chase us.
The truck stopped next to the hotel. Luc-ky has a black fur around his eye, drawn like a mask, and he dons a cowboy hat and a red bandana. Now I got to get to one of these. A horse statue with a covered wagon sits outside for visitors to commemorate their stop with a store photo. There are also statues of a sheriff and a Native American at the entrance of the shop. Buc-ee's general counsel and spokesperson Jeff Nadaldo stated that the company has no comment about Luc-ky's.
Oh.
This isn't the first time somebody's tried to replicate the Buc-ee's brand. In April 2022, a tiny Buc-ee's was erected 20 miles east of Marathon, but it only stood in place for a few days. In 2023, a supermercado called Buc-ee's in somewhere Mexico hit social media after they compared the Mexican store to Buc-ee's. They disapproved, and before the owner, they changed it before it opened. Wow. I think it's hilarious. They went, fuck it, let's just do it, man. Make them stop us. It's going to be an international lawsuit. Do you know how hard it is to sue?
Right.
Yeah.
Out of country?
Out of country? Make them do it. Yeah.
Luckies.
I have the full Coachella lineup. This will be the
Excited about it?
This will be the 59th year I will not be in attendance. And I'd say probably 50 of those years I couldn't afford it. And 9 I absolutely could afford it. And I have 0. I'm not going to anything in the desert.
Ever.
No.
Except Vegas.
I'll go golf. But I only make it one round. And then I don't know. My head hurts. I'm not a desert rat. Yeah. I'm not meant for it. Mm-hmm. Here's some people. If you want to go, if you can handle the desert, drink water. Drink lots of water. Or beer. No, the beer will dehydrate you. I made that mistake. I slept for 48 hours. I had a heat stroke.
What?
Yep.
Light beer.
It was light beer. I went to Palm Springs. It was about 106 out, but it didn't feel 106.
No.
But there was no one on the course. I should have taken that as a sign. Mm-hmm. Coachella 2024 full lineup announced. Lady Gaga. Green Day.
I liked him in high school.
Post Malone, your favorite.
Yes!
Travis Scott. No. Charlie XCX. That's the lady from the...
SNL, you liked her?
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah.
But her music, no. I just thought she was funny.
She's really
Very funny.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott, always good.
Yep.
FKA Twigs, never heard of them. Kraftwerk. It's spelled craft like craft cheese. Maybe it's cheese. Maybe they're cheese.
Never know.
Megan the Stallion. I don't like having to say the Stallion. It's like the hotel.
It's for the children.
It's for the children. Japanese Breakfast. That's a band.
Japanese breakfast? I kind of like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
That's about it. I mean, there's a million more that I've never heard. I Dress, High Tech, I never heard any. I'm just saying the headliners that we all kind of would know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. There you go. Termites, if you want to head out to Coachella, you probably got to get your campsite now, I would say. Last week. Is it too late? I'm already too late. Yeah. I'm going to do that one at the end. Okay. This is just to give you termites. This might be too much inside baseball probably in 1 week, but I'm going to do it anyway. The fact that this was an article and a headline, Oasis, the band, the brothers that fight, and they tear each other apart on Twitter, nothing makes me laugh harder. I think they truly, I've seen the documentary on a plane by an accident. I couldn't even tell you, you're my wonderwall. I know that song. That's about all. They reminded me of Green Day. They were kind of like all in that era. They're fine, but to me, they're fine. But over there, they're like monstrous in Europe and stuff.
They're your Stevie.
Oh, yeah, they can't get enough of these two, the Gallagher brothers. They have an article that Oasis has selected WMX as tour merchandise partner. The fact that you've chosen a merch partner made a headline.
Did you read that Taylor did that, though?
Taylor, she made her own, she bought her own company.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
Yes.
They've sold out 38 dates. So, but that's just so you termites understand. Merch is its own monster, and unless you're going to go all in, you got to design the shirt. You got to pay a graphic artist to do that. Then you get your shirt. Here's a shirt right now. I love this shirt. You got to buy a high quality shirt. The venues take anywhere from 20 to 30%. Then you got to pay somebody to ship the shit. Ship the shit back if it doesn't sell. Move it to the next venue. Then you're going to be left with a bunch of shit people didn't buy, probably. And then people yell at you. I remember I used to sell my own T-shirts, and I just got yelled at so much for not having the right amount of sizes. Look, I am not Nordstrom, okay? I got what I got. Sorry, nobody wants smalls. Like, it's just a thing.
Right.
But it's become so when you go to a concert, this is how to get this over to regular termites that aren't in all these things. When you go to a concert and see a hoodie, the Elton John hoodie was $75. You're like, what?
Right.
That's a lot. Well, 30% of it goes most likely to whatever venue you're in, which I've always thought was bullshit. They just learned that like 10 years ago. We can just charge them for selling it. But they don't, anyway. And then probably 30% graphic artist, and then at least 10% shipping. I'm up to 70%. What the fuck?
You're breaking even, basically.
Yeah, it's a break-even thing. I don't know. I wouldn't.
The termites like your merch, though.
Well, I just do this merch and put it online. Sometimes I drag it to a town if I feel like, well, this town will buy stuff, and I usually guess right. But I don't know. It's a thing. And then I get to a concert and I want merch. Yeah. So.
How much did you pay for your Stevie hoodie?
My Stevie hoodie, my zip up Stevie hoodie, it was probably $65, $70. But I've had it for 5 years.
Right.
Okay, I don't usually talk about famous people that I know because I just don't think that's right. Okay. But I'm here to defend my friend Jay Leno.
Poor Jay.
I feel so bad for him.
He's had a tough time.
He had a gig, but people don't know about Jay, and I don't think he would mind me saying these things, or I wouldn't say them. Jay is still just a regular road comic. He's never spent any of his Tonight Show money, not a nickel. He brags about that. He's very proud of that. He does his corporate gigs and his shows in Vegas, and he spends that money. I've seen his house. It is not extravagant at all. I told him he had a nice pool. He's like, yeah, you should just come over and use it. Maybe it won't care. I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine if he got home from work and me and Jim McDonald are just on rafts with Bud Lights? How was work, man? Yeah, no, we're not successful. We just thought we haven't done any work, really. We're only 27. We just thought we'd use your pool because you said we would never do that. But I'm not one of the children.
No.
But he fell down a hill. He was going to get something to eat. This is how, and all of us say, he's crazy.
Right.
Like, not in a bad way. There's just, Jay is old school, tough as nails. Yeah, just get on with it. He fell down the hill.
He looks crazy.
And
I feel so bad
the
for
bruising, he then went to CVS and got an eye patch, did his act, and then he ate some Italian food. I don't know. He went to the restaurant that he was trying to get to when he fell down the hill and had chicken parm and like the entire left side of his body. But people online, they were saying, oh, this looks like a mob hit. I bet he owes people money. Really? No. Why would Jay be at a Hampton Inn? Because Jay's just a normal guy. And I guarantee you, he said, what hotel is closest to the venue?
Absolutely.
That's where I'm going. Because he's not spending the night.
No.
He probably went in, took a shower, took a nap. I've done it a million times. I don't have a private jet to get into. I have a Nissan Infinity, beautiful floating family room that I'm going to go. But he broke his wrist. He broke his finger. He's out driving around again.
Good.
Jay is normal.
I think. Good.
Sometimes I think he's on a spectrum. Like, he only has 3 shirts and 3 pairs of pants when he's off work, and it's the Canadian tuxedo. It's a denim shirt.
Yep.
And then we, time after time, I go, do you have any other shirts, Jay? No. I just, you find a good one, you stick with it. And I was like, okay. All right. And my friend Chuck would roll his eyes and I'm like, yeah, he's got $450 million. But he started like we did. Every gig I talk about, he knows it, and he did the one before I ever knew about it.
Right.
Like, his stories are great. So people online were like, oh, really? He's staying in a Hampton Inn, and he's worth $1 billion, and he fell down a hill. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Jay loves chicken wings. I bet he saw that place down in that strip mall and went, yeah, I'm going to go get some wings. And then I'm going to take a shortcut. And then he just, boom, fell down the hill instead of going the long way around on the actual road where he could have just walked, but it was longer. Yeah. Somebody said he has a massive gambling debt. First of all, no. Jay doesn't gamble. No. And I think he looks at me like when I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I lost $500 on football. And, why did you do that? Like, he doesn't understand anything I do. Right. Like, I'm just like this troll that comes around with, yeah. Like, he's not really a drinker, not a smoker. Jay likes cars. He likes cars. Mm-hmm. He likes Mavis. That's lovely. He likes Mavis. Somebody wrote, are you speculating that Jay Leno took a beating from mob-connected entities? You people have no idea how this, quote, thing works. The mob doesn't give beatings to major celebrities over gambling debts, especially those with 1,000 priceless classic cars in storage, but keep having fun with the injuries of a 74-year-old man. Exactly. I mean, people online.
We're going to get him in Pittsburgh. What?
He went to a place called the Boulevard. That's the restaurant. And he had chicken parm, and he sat in a booth and ate it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. He does his own thing. I feel terrible for him, though. It looks like it hurts like hell, but he went and did his show. And then he flew home, and he didn't go to a doctor until he got back to Los Angeles. I would have immediately said, hey, man, super sorry, but if it was like a corporate gig, I don't know if it was a corporate gig, because then they don't have anybody else. If it's a regular show, you can just move it.
Right.
But a corporate gig, nay, can't move it.
That's awful.
We're going to do 2 more things. Okay. I have a feel-good from a termite. Made me very happy. I think everybody should know this because you're going to hear it for the next month. Here's how much money Mariah Carey and Brenda Lee earn per year from their holiday classics. Mm-hmm. Brenda Lee came out at the Tanya Tucker concert, and I didn't understand why the lady from Poltergeist was there. And then she started singing that song, and I'm like, is this the lady who really sang it? Fuck yeah, it is. I'm like, that is amazing. Amazing. Rocking around. And she even kind of has a voice like that.
And it was like June.
Yeah, it was not the right month, right. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You alone annually brings the singer millions of dollars, and the biggest holiday songs are becoming more profitable every year as streaming has increasingly dominated the music, except the fact that streaming doesn't pay. There's that, unless you have billions. She has made about $6.1 million in master recording and publishing revenue. Wow. Well, she probably doesn't get the publishing revenue, though. But it's had 823 million streams.
Right.
So
that'll add up.
Right. She pocketed about 1.5 from the master recording. She gets paid as the performer. She didn't write it. Mm-hmm. She probably doesn't own it. No. She just sings it. Yeah. So you get you get your part for being the singer. Brenda Lee, which topped the top Hot 100 for the first time this year. It generates about $4 million.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know how much she gets of that.
Especially for the Poltergeist lady.
Right. I mean, you have to have billions and billions. She's 79.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
65 years ago, she released that song.
65?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for her.
DJ, play me a Christmas.
Your favorite?
My Cher is my favorite. I don't even like the Mariah Carey song, but it
I love it.
And then I was singing it the other day, and I couldn't stop singing it because it just got in my head. And
it's you and Bronson.
I don't want Christmas. I don't like the song, and I couldn't stop. It's catchy. I'll give her that. And she sings it well. Here's my feel-good story. This is from, this came to the team email, and, it's very tiny. This is from Caroline. I won't say last name. I'm just getting caught up on a few weeks' worth of podcasts. Was delighted but not surprised about the feel-good story about Jeff Vinnick. That's the guy in Tampa. He was the owner of the Tampa Bay Lightning who gave the money back to his employees after selling his owner's shares. I teach at the Meadowbrook School of Weston in Weston, Mass. I've been there about 23 years and taught all 4 of his kids, Jeff and Penny. When they bought the Lightning and decided to move to Florida, the school hosted a big going-away party for them. At the party, it was announced that the family's parting gift to the school would be an endowment earmarked especially for the teachers. Boom. Cool. Every year, right before the holidays, each faculty and staff member receives a 4% bonus in their paycheck.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They're incredibly generous, yet humble people. It was only after they left Florida that we discovered the extent of their altruism. There were countless projects over the years that they quietly funded, including putting in a sidewalk and lighting the path on the teachers have to take to the upper parking lot each day. Not surprised to hear the generosity, and so glad you shared the story. Oh, P.S. I'm the one that made you the crazy drinking termite shirt. Thank you. All right, so we're going to do a couple thank yous, a couple quotes, and then I have to go to my biker bar for some lunch with my neighbors.
Nice.
Yep.
Did you introduce the goat?
Oh, I forgot the Christmas screaming goat.
And the holiday goat.
Holiday goat.
Yes!
He doesn't sound much different than a regular goat. But he has a Christmas sweater on and a hat, and he's on a pile of snow.
So great.
Oh my God, this is the Taylor Swift Barbie. Somebody bought this for me. This is probably worth $1 million.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. This is from Lakeland, Florida, Termite Amanda.
That's so cool.
I opened it up. I'm like, is this supposed to be Tay-Tay? Yeah.
I don't think they can make her blonde for that reason.
Is that why they didn't make her blonde?
Yeah. She got redhead.
She's just a lady.
Yeah.
Right, but we all know who it is. It's like Lucky's. We all know what's going on. Pickleball Queen coffee mug. That's from Cindy and Todd. It's very cool. My cat drinking coaster from Karen. Vintage Harris. People are finding all kinds of gambling shit now that Bob started it with this Tropicana thing. That's from a Florissant termite where I grew up, Kelly, and my little cat pin from Termite Susan. But this was really nice. I'm gonna try to not cry. This guy wrote me a letter, and his name is John Patrick also.
Cool.
And he's a junior.
That's awesome.
So my dad was John Patrick Jr. And he's a lawyer too. And he went to school at St. Louis University, where my dad went. Cool. Yeah. And he even has a friend named Kathleen who's from Florissant. So look at that. And it's not me. I guess there's another one. Right. He gets the alumni magazine, and then they had the in memoriam in the back, and my dad's name's there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it took a lot of work for him to do all this.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it. I'm like, oh, class in 1965. He became a lawyer the year I was born. Wasn't that lucky for him?
Yes.
You get to be a lawyer and not a pipe fitter. You don't have to break your back pipe fitting anymore. And you have a defiant baby at home that's not going to listen to a goddamn word you say.
A defiant Christmas baby.
Refuses to take instructions and says she'll do it on her own. Thank you very much. It was his biggest gripe with me. You just will not listen. Well, I listen to some stuff. Right now, what you're saying, I find to be insignificant for my future. Yeah. All right, termites, you have fun. I have to get to the biker bar. I'm late. And I think I might get the fried bologna sandwich.
Oh, delicious.
So good.
So good.
It's not very Christmassy, but whatever. So good. Oh, baby cat hates it.
Yeah. She's not a goat fan.
All right. Ready? Where's my lighter?
Happy Christmas time.
It's holiday season. You have to include the Jewish friends too. Lewis will get mad if I don't.
Okay.
He's gonna go like, you say forgot, you forgot, but he don't really care. He likes Christmas. I think he likes Christmas Day better because the food's better. Yeah, that's Lewis's loyalties only go as far as your appetizers.
Food.
Yeah, food. If you have better food, he'll convert. All right.